Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/FitPro podcast. Over 200,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Let's get into the show. Episode 67 of the FitPro podcast. Welcome back to the FitPro podcast. I am your host Marvin Faze, and today's episode is just with me. You're stuck with my monologue, another one. But before we get into that, make sure you are subscribed on iTunes by clicking the link in the show notes or by subscribing on iTunes. Just search the FitPro podcast. It should pop up. Subscribe for free and you will get every single episode as soon as they become available, and you can select it so you only download over Wi-Fi so you're not using your data, and you can listen to it on the train, in the gym, while you're walking your dog, whatever it is and however you listen to the podcast. For everybody that subscribed lately, make sure that you give yourself a pat on the back. And I wanted to say thank you to every single one of you, because without you, the show wouldn't be going and wouldn't be doing as well as it is. Now, that being said, let's get into the episode, and today's episode is about accountability. I know I touched on it a little bit on a few episodes back, I'm not too sure which number, but I thought today I would go over it and who needs it more. And there are a few different types of people that need accountability. Most of them, for the purpose of this podcast, we're going to talk about the people that have goals, always have goals, and never ever achieve anything. But I'll give you a few examples. There's about 6 examples that I have of the types of people that need to be held accountable for their goals. So, type number 1. The people that go through life surrounded by yes men, yes women, yes people. They don't really care about your success. So, a lot of people that I meet have a lot of big lofty goals. But they either don't know how to get there or don't want to put in the work to get there. Now, the easy way to get around that is to surround yourself with mentors, obviously, but also other people that are on a similar track as you to hold you accountable. Right? A lot of people want to get out of the situation they're in, but they stick around the people that got them into that situation. So it's another association, another topic altogether. But this is about getting around people that genuinely, 100% hold your hand through the process and help you get there. But we'll just, instead of getting all the way into it, I'll go into it at the end as well. But we'll just note the people. So people number 2, you have all the ideas, but you never put anything into action. Okay. People number 3, those that are constantly spinning their wheels, never getting any traction, never really moving forward with any sort of plans or goals. People type number 4, make a lot of small, easy decisions, but never make the ones that move the needle. Young adults, especially, that are looking to become either involved in business or just successful in their lives, and adults. So, are you any of those type of people? If you are, keep listening. If you're not, keep listening. Alright, so let's get into the definition of accountability. Being responsible for one's own work and answering for the repercussions of one's own actions. Now, we work in a ridiculously hard space to police this accountability, because most of the people that listen to this podcast are the ones that are trying to start their own business in the fitness industry, or B, are looking at getting out of that rat race mentality, out of that 9 to 5 and getting into that. 9 to 5, it's easy to be held accountable because you usually have managers and supervisors. But you never really do that at home with yourself. And people that want to start their own business, it's hard, again, because they've been held accountable by managers and supervisors. And the minute you give them free reign, they go, I can do this, this, and this, and this, but I never really get anything done. And, if I don't get something done, who's going to tell me off, huh? So yeah, that's the definition of accountability: being responsible for one's own work and answering for the repercussions of one's own actions. Now. Why you need an accountability buddy? Why you need accountability buddy? Because without one, you, as the great Conor McGregor once said, you'll do fucking nothing.
You'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing. Not one of you'll do nothing. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, you might do something, like something small and significant, but you will do fucking nothing. Right? This is why you need an accountability buddy, to hold you accountable. You may be in your own business, you may be an entrepreneur, but there always needs to be someone, especially if you're not if you're not an Elon Musk, if you're not a Richard Branson. They hire people to keep them accountable, but they also have this insatiable drive that can't be taught, this passion that can't be taught. They want to push the envelope, so they're their own accountability buddy. They keep themselves accountable. So unless you're that, you need someone to hold you accountable. Not a boss, not a manager, but just someone to tap you on the shoulder when you get when you wander off into the field. It's like leash. I'm leash training my dog at the moment, or will be when I get the damn leash. I'm looking for a 20-meter leash. Anybody that got one and wants to give one to me, send it to me. Let me know. But you let them roam, and when you call them, they need to return, or you just give them a little nudge. Just give them a little tug, and they'll come back to you, and you call their name, and you put positive reinforcement behind that. That is what an accountability buddy is. Lets you out on your leash. When you get too out of left field and you don't know what you're doing anymore, they tug you back in and go, what have you done? Let's do this. Boom. Keep going. So you need to be held accountable. You need someone to call you on your bullshit. Okay, again, those people that go through life surrounded by yes people that don't really care about their success will say, yes, you're doing great, blah, 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 but you've done fucking nothing. You've done nothing. Right? So calls you on your bullshit, calls you when you're saying a lot of things but there's not a lot of action being done. An accountability buddy puts on the added pressure. They put on the pressure, they put on a challenge when it's not like there's someone behind your shoulder looking down on you, but you always know you got to check in with someone at some point in time and go, this is what I've done this week, this is what I've done today, this is what I've done this month, whatever you decide with your accountability buddy is up to you, but puts that added pressure on so that you do have to go and do it. There's those people, everybody, I'm getting my words mixed up. Let's start again. There's those people that go to the gym, right? And the only time they ever achieve results is when they have a PT pushing their ass. And there's people that go to the gym that achieve results without a PT pushing their ass. There's nothing wrong with either one of those. Are you the person that needs the trainer? That person that gives you the added pressure to succeed because you have to check in with them. Have you eaten well? Have you trained correctly? Have you gone to the gym enough times a week? There's that added pressure. And to brainstorm ideas, you need an accountability buddy because you need someone that's on the same track as you, or say of the same mindset. And you can brainstorm ideas together. You can get together maybe once a week, once every fortnight, and sit down and go through where you're trying to go, what you can do, what's working for them, what's working for you, what's not working, etc. And last point, why you need an accountability buddy? Because they need you. Because they need you. Right? Because they need an accountability buddy. So it's I'm not going to say a parasitic relationship. That's the wrong word. But it's a relationship that benefits both. It's a win-win situation. They hold you accountable, you hold them accountable, and you're killing two birds with one stone. You're making two people more productive than they would be elsewise. Now, everybody has friends. If you don't have friends, I'll be your friend. But you must have at least one friend for this to work. Everybody's got friends, guys. Go out there, find yourself an accountability buddy, whether it's a virtual one, a physical one, whatever. Well, it can only be one of those two, a virtual or a physical one. Let me know how you go. If you need any more ideas on how to find accountability buddies, let me know. If you want me to be your accountability buddy, let me know. At FitPro Podcast on Twitter, or follow us on Facebook. Big thumbs up if you like the content. And yeah, I think that is the episode. What title should I give this episode? I think I'll give it, You Will Do Nothing. That was my worst Irish accent ever. Let's try again. You'll do fucking nothing. I think I'll just call it you will do nothing. That being said, guys, that is the end of the episode. And if you have not already, we are trying to reach 50 reviews this year. That is one of my goals. Hold me accountable for this, guys. Make sure that you are giving the Fit Pro podcast 4-star reviews on iTunes every time you tune in. You only have to do it once, really. But if you're on iTunes, if you're on an iOS device, all you gotta do is click the album art or the podcast art. If you're in the player, and it'll spin the picture around. There'll be a star rating system. Just if you're already logged in, that's fine. Click 4 or 5 stars. And if you really, 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 really like the show, you can leave some feedback on there as well. Got some great things coming up. Got some pretty big guests coming in next week, which I'm really pumped about. And guys, if you want to get on the show, let me know. marvinfitpro@gmail.com. Remember, if you like the show and you want to hear more, make sure you subscribe on iTunes. Subscribe, rate, and review. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.